thingy.
What?
I get scry once a day and I get telepathy once a day.
That's correct. And you have both of those right now.
I have both of those right now.
That's
Even
right.
though I used one not long ago. So
That's correct.
So
Yes.
it's already come back.
You've already come back. That's correct, yeah.
I'd like to scry him.
Okay, very good. So, so you're going to scry through his eyes, or you're going to scry around his area?
Can I switch once I've done that? Can I like go back and forth?
That's a really good question. Yeah, sure, why not? You can switch back and
Let's
forth.
scry around his area first.
Okay, very good. Okay, so you scry around his area. He seems to be, in a tree, okay, right, looking over this very dense canopy, okay, right?
Okay.
And you can actually see that there are orcs, that are scouting and patrolling, the particular area and type of thing, right?
Does he have the ring?
Does he have the ring? This other thing, blocks. Yeah. How are you going to know whether he has the ring or not?
I can see whether he has it in his teeth or
Yeah, okay, right. He doesn't
tail.
have it in his teeth. He actually has it wrapped around his tail. His tail wrapped around it. Okay.
Excellent.
Oh,
Good stuff.
snake.
That's my boy. That's my boy. All right.
At the end of all of this, the star will be Sirus.
That's my suspicion. So can I see myself from where I'm scrying him?
No. That's
So there's a bunch of orcs.
He seems to be waiting patiently, though.
Good.
Right. Actually, let's give you some spot action. Why don't you make a spot check through his thing? Sure.
Let me see what his spot skill is. Oh, it's fine.
No, your spot skill. Exactly. Yeah, right. That's the same spot skill.
It's +6
Good.
because we're not nearby.
That's right. Not your spot. Perfect. Excellent.
So is that better than
23.
normal?
23 is pretty good. What?
Is that better than normal because you're not nearby?
No, it's worse than
It's
normal.
worse than exactly. He gets extra stuff because his things are by. Okay, so what you spot?
Yeah.
So he's up in a tree and all this other stuff. And I mean, he's got a great climb skill and all this rich other stuff, right? But he's in this really odd place in the tree, and you don't understand why, right? And then, as he's up in the tree and all this rich other stuff, you see him, skirt over to a branch and move and then, go to this other area because through the branches of the canopy, one of the jaguars with one of the mounted jaguar warriors, okay, right, is actually climbing through the different branches of the trees, okay, right, and then just using the canopy almost like it's its own ground type of thing, okay, right, and then scouting around the entire area, and you can tell that this one is very vigilant, and he's obviously a scout or a sentry, or a sentry of some sort, okay, taking a look around.
But they're not able to spot Sirus.
That's correct. Yes, Sirus is whatever. He's background material now. He's a snake in the jungle. What the hell? Who's going to spot Sirus?
I guess he's ring. The ring is green, so.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
He's green. Okay. Awesome.
And then that's about all you. That's about all you can describe. Because then describe runs out.
Okay. Awesome.
When using a telepathy action.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Okay. So, the rest of you are, inside the cage.
Gonna work at this.
Yeah, very good. You're working at the thing you do. Right? We'll get to the working at the thing you do. This is that. Okay. And then Cosimo, okay, right? Closes his eyes and is concentrating for a very, very long time. And you're like, what the heck? He's doing his morning meditation. We have an issue here. We've got some issues going on. Whatever. He's just calmly meditating.
He's not breaking his routine.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That's exactly it. And then opens up his eyes. Speaking of which. By the way, let's actually talk about it. So we'll get to your thing you do. He's out of role playing. This is all technical stuff, right? Speaking of which, Cosimo, what spells would you like to memorize today?
Oh, I can actually memorize spells.
Your principal spells are contained within you, okay? And you
No. What I mean is I rested enough that I can.
That's correct. You rested enough.
Being beaten up counts as resting.
Apparently that does.
Yes. So I'll memorize 2 invisibilities because that's the only second level spell I have.
Excellent. Very good. You have 2 second level spells?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty convenient. Wow. Okay, very good. Okay.
Well, at least that's by all the various rules I do.
I think that you should probably have two second level spells then. Let's Okay, very good. Yeah.
Okay, hold on, and then I'm gonna think about this for a little bit.
Okay, well while you're thinking, let me actually okay, very good, you think. And then actually describe some other stuff. Deodorant, what spell? You had the spells that you had left over from yesterday.
Yes.
Correct? Okay, very good, okay. Your holy symbol
Yes.
has been taken from you.
Oh, those bastards.
Yeah, so from right? And unfortunately, without your holy symbol,
can't pray or
you
cast.
can't pray for or cast spells. You
can still get mad.
You could, by the way, now the general exception to all this is always the 0th level spells.
Yeah.
So you can cast 0th level spells that you have, right? Without things used. Heck, Heck, you can even memorize. You can even pray for 0th level spells that you have without getting used. Very good. So what do you want for to replace your light with?
I will replace it with a light.
There you go. Very good. That's easy. That's easy.
Good choice.
And so I actually think that's an excellent choice too. Very good. Okay. So the whatchamacallit. For the moment, for the nonce, until you can get yourself a holy symbol, you don't have access to your 1st level spells.
Okay.
And you've already cast both of your 1st level spells, so you don't even have 1st level spells around.
Yep.
Very good. Okay. And then Scarlet. Blah blah blah. Same situation. Blah blah blah. Your cleric, your holy symbol has been taken. Oh, very good. Excellent. Very good. Thank you. Very good. Okay. What?
Light also or something?
Yeah, sure. Okay. So she'll take the same things that I have written down for her. How do you like that action? Excellent. Very good. Okay. Cool. Okay. But Scarlet, it actually turns out, has spells memorized. 1st level spells memorized, so she can get the cast during the combat. Okay. So
If you get her a symbol.
yes, if you can get her a symbol and all other stuff. So it's going to be the quest for the holy symbols for the clever people. Okay. So have you found out your spells? What do you want for your spells?
Okay. I know at least one 1st level spell. I'd like. I want to replace magic missile with sharp person. That's for sure.
Okay. Very good.
Do you have comprehend languages?
No.
Boy, that would be really useful. That for me.
Yeah, it would. Don't really.
What?
How big are the bars?
Yeah, you should learn
around
that one.
I'm sorry. What?
You should learn that one.
Yeah. Comprehend languages would be good. Yeah.
How widely spaced are
You know,
the
you
bars around
can,
the cage?
the bars around the cages are actually, they're pretty decent. Whatever.
Could
6
someone
inches?
half the size of a halfling slip through?
Half the size of a halfling slip through? Yes.
Reduce first.
Reduce person. Supposing. I'm going to replace summon monster with reduce person.
Very good.
I imagine they can get their head outside of the,
Of the neck.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not. If the
If
leash
the
or
reduced
whatever
person
it is
exactly is attached
counts as
Color
clothing,
spray I'm going to
it
leave.
would shrink.
Yeah, okay.
Ray of Frost I'm going to replace with another light.
Sure.
That'd be hanging here. Interesting.
And does mending have a reverse?
No, that's actually a separate spell, which would be shatter or some equivalent, which is a 1st level spell. It's not
Oh, it's
zero.
a 1st level spell.
Exactly. Yeah. In this particular case, it's easier to repair than to destroy. Hey, normally it's easier to destroy than to create.
Yes, I suppose so.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to replace acid splash with resistance.
Very good. Look at this, because he was actually putting thought into his spell selection here.
And
The acid splash could be good just for trying to.
Get out of those leashes.
Maybe.
Actually, what are the leashes like?
What are the leashes like? Oh, they're just made out of leather, some various other things, right?
You might be able to burn for
I
one.
mean, whatever the fighters, I'll just break it.
Possibly, sure. In a moment, we're probably going to see a strength check to try and break out of
Yeah. I suspect so. And then read magic I'm going to replace with mage hand.
Mage hand, very good.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Going for the mage hand again.
Yeah.
Mage hand's always good. It's like, our suspended cage.
Okay.
Color with his panties.
Very good. So you've got dazed person, resistance, 2 lights, a mage hand, a color spray, reduced person, surrounded person, and 2 invisibilities.
Yeah.
Okay,
Exactly right.
let's go to town. So, Alexander, by the way, you have all of your lay on hands back,
Great.
and all of your smites back. So you're
Great.
5.
Excellent.
Amana, you've got all of your infusions back. Thank you. Okay.
Infusions?
Yeah, infusions.
What's that?
A thing. So then, Freya gets her readiness back. Tribazula, you have all of your readiness back. Theodrin, you've got your rage back.
Ray.
You got your rage on. Your rage
I'm
on.
ready to be angry again.
Okay. So,
I wonder if this place burns.
only one way to find out. So, you're, immediately just jerking on the collar and the leash and all this other stuff. Do you want to try and break it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, very good. Let's do some strength check action. Thank you very much. Woohoo! Finally, some action. We were doing way too much.
Plus 3 strength. Plus 3.
Excellent. Go to town. Go to town. Yeah! carrots and so on. So in a surge of just anger, okay, right? You know, he's like, I won't be caged again, right? He rips the collar off, okay, right? And immediately, a whole bunch of orcs, okay, right? You know, are on top of him, and they just beat him into unconsciousness. Wait, I'm gonna make the rolls. You're unconscious now. So let's say you're back up to 32 points of unconscious. 32 points.
You were trying to break out and they beat you up?
I didn't try. I did.
He did break out, exactly, right?
And they pummeled
And then,
you?
yeah, exactly. And then, just for good measure, okay, right? You know, they beat all the rest of you as well. Okay, right? You know, so everybody's unconscious again. And the witch moves it, and then this is a very important point. You discover that when you go unconscious for non-lethal damage, okay, right? You do not lose your spells. Nobody loses any spells for going for unconscious for non-lethal damage, okay? Which, by the way, you happen to know for a fact that if you go disabled, okay, right, then you do lose your spells.
Oh, really?
Yes, okay, very good. Okay, so
Because you never go disabled.
That's actually true.
okay. So the witch moves it. Okay, so then all of you are beaten into various other things, sort of, right? And actually,
Are they using the throwing things?
they're using no. In this particular case, they're just using the yeah, exactly. They're just using jabbing sticks into you and all sorts of stuff. You notice, as a general rule, they prefer two-handed weapons. You haven't seen any of them with a shield or a bracer or anything, as far as defense is concerned, right? And they're all with the two-handed type stuff. Now, the numbers that I just announced a moment ago, okay, right? For the non-lethal damages for all the various other people, right? We can assume is the standard amount of non-lethal damage that you would have under normal circumstances, okay? Because every hour or so they come by and they beat you, okay? This type of thing, and they do so deliberately to. You're beginning to sense they're doing it deliberately just to keep you on the edge of consciousness, so that if they ever need to knock you out, wham, one shot, you're out. Okay, this type of thing, blah blah. Right, and they're very methodical about it. Okay, exactly, wham, 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 wham. Okay, right. So, in an hour or two, you guys groggily get back up. You've gotten a leash back on you, and now it's metal. Okay, right. This blah blah. Woohoo! So,
Did you roll natural 20?
I got a 19.
you got a 19. It's not so bad. 19 is not so bad. Okay, that's acceptable. Okay, fine. And the witch again. By the way, it looks like if you guys wanted to, he broke out of it. With the strength check. You guys look like you guys can break out of it with the strength check. Anybody else want to break out of here?
No, I think showed me. I'm going to wait. Because if they're going to come pick us up.
What?
Who's the halflings is with us?
Gemini Briarrock. Gemini Briarrock. You could go. You could actually talk to Gemini if you want to. You're all right there.
She's right there.
Yeah. Gemini.
Everybody calls her Jen.
Jen. So and everybody. So I can cast.
Not getting the pants.
Don't even go there.
I wouldn't go there.
I can cast.
I'm not going there. Nobody's going there.
Some spells. I think it's important for us to try to get at least somebody back to Golden, to let them know how we are, where we are, what the situation is. I can cast some spells so that you become invisible and much smaller, so that you can slip through the cage there, and then and slip out of your leash. And then I know that they patrol the canopy with jaguars, and they probably have lots of sentries out. So while you're invisible, you'd have to really book for it. Do you think you'd be able to find your way back towards Golden?
Absolutely.
Through the forest. Really? You could track the path that this army is taking.
It's a big
Yeah.
obviously, duh.
Yeah, I can do that.
Really?
Yeah.
Do I believe? What? Do I believe? Have I seen her ever doing any tracking?
I haven't seen her make a sense motive.
I'll leave and not go to Golden and just go to some other place and I'll be fine. And they'll all be there.
Whatever. I have no idea.
Excellent. Well, obviously.
So what do the rest of you think of this?
I think that's a great idea. I think even if it doesn't work and you get one of us out of here, it's better than getting none of us out of here.
And how many orcs are around us? who are watching us, like the orcs who descended on us when Alexander did his thing.
Oh, there seems to be a whole. Okay, so you're beginning to decipher their command structure. Okay, this thing. So let's actually talk about their command structure, right?
By the way, are they pummeling other cages inside consciousness as well, or are they pummeling only this one?
No, they're regularly beating everybody.
Okay.
Right? But they don't have to as regularly beat the other people, mainly because they don't gain their hit points back as fast as you guys gain your hit points. Okay. So, which moves it? Okay, so it looks like, okay, there is a standard platoon, which is, 10 orcs with one of those bird guys, the guys with the bird feathers on their heads. Okay, right? 2 of those together seem to make up some type of standard squad or something. Okay, right? This type of thing. And then in addition, they have another, apparently very buff squad leader. Okay, right? That's leading them, and usually some type of clerical adjunct. Okay. Anybody have no divine?
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Someone invested last turn. Oh, you gotta have no divine. You gotta have no divine.
I'm going through all the no skills.
Yeah, you do that. This type of thing.
He wants a little bit of knowledge about everything.
Right, exactly.
Well, we're looking at this +5.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
No divine +5.
Yeah, you're going to do some divine +5.
7.
Excellent. Very good. Okay. So yeah, whatever. Okay. So you can tell that they're clerics, but really not much else about them.
Okay.
Okay. And then okay. And then the squads are arranged into larger units, and they seem to have cavalry units, also in addition. Blah, which you haven't been able to figure out how the heck cavalry stuff works yet. Mainly because the cavalry is so damn mobile. Right? They're constantly using the jaguars to very good effect to do scouting, to do all types of
How rapid are those jaguars?
The jaguars are pretty fast. They could easily outpace a person. You're not even certain that the ogre would be able to catch up with them. Right? And so on. So exactly, and she can go pretty fast. And they're large creatures, so they're very much like horses or other types of things. So on. Just as a point of fact, your standard riding horse and all this other stuff has a 60-foot movement rate. Right? You're not certain, but you think the jaguars might be comparable. Right? They might be somewhere around that. Right? Now, who's it? You were asking a question before. I was describing the breakdown of the stuff for a reason. Okay. What was the question? I forgot the question. It's completely forgotten.
Were there orcs looking at us?
Orcs looking at you. Exactly. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So definitely one of the platoons, the 10, orcs, and so on, with one of the leader guys, right, is clearly been assigned to watch all of the.
To watch all 5.
All 5 cages. That is correct.
Okay.
Right.
So then I would, and how do they have things arranged? Do they have 2 per cage with a platoon guy, with a platoon leader guy standing off to the side somewhere?
Whatever, yeah, sort of, sure.
Or are they doing some kind of other patrol thing?
There's definitely at least one guy constantly always looking at the cage. Right? And then there's, whatever.